Ты чё, лево ебаешь? Чё, нихуя?
Operators of the 3rd Special Operation Forces Regiment destroyed half a division of Russian BUK anti-aircraft missile systems in one of the operational areas in just 3 weeks. 3 SAMs were destroyed in late April and early May. The 4th BUK was destroyed recently. The so-called Russian authorities have arrested another corrupt general. This time it's Lieutenant General Vadim Shamarin, the head of the main communications directorate of the Russian Armed Forces and the deputy head of the General Staff. One can wonder whether this is a good sign or a bad sign. But the biggest irony is that some corrupt officials are taking lesser corrupt officials by the ass in Russia, which is a real comedy for us, though these optics are unavailable to regular Russians who call Putin their supreme leader. But the funny thing is that in Russia, it's always one group of corrupt power players fighting against another one. He was not arrested because he broke the law. He was arrested because he became inconvenient to a superior power group. It is likely that Gerasimov will not hold his position for long, and the scheme of his removal will be identical to that of Shoigu. First, criminal cases against his deputies, which is already happening, and his inner circle, and then honorable retirement. What will happen next, by the way, with Shoigu and Gerasimov is still a question. The Prigozhin case is quite likely, quite in the spirit of Putin. Vladimir Verteletsky, a representative of the Russian Ministry of Defense Department for State Procurement, has disappeared. He was taken straight from his workplace on a black bus. Deputy head of the main directorate of the Federal Penitentiary Service for the Moscow region, Vladimir Talayev, was detained on suspicion of receiving a large bribe. It is reported that the commander of the 20th Army, Sukhrob Akhmedov, has been removed from his post. The Gray Zone channel, close to the Wagner PMC, reports that according to some reports, Akhmedov has been dismissed. He was responsible for the annihilation of several Russian units, like the infamous 810th at Vuhledar in 2022 and 2023. An Osechkin source in Lefortovo prison in Moscow says they've been preparing a special section for impending mass arrests of military generals. The cells are equipped with high-tech listening devices to pick up even the quietest of whispers. It's important to remember that the downfall of the Russian Defense Ministry is happening because of their failed aggression on Ukraine. This is amazing. A Ukrainian sniper killed a drone. Users on the internet compared a Ukrainian young woman who assembles and disassembles a Kalashnikov assault rifle for speed and a Russian occupier who tries to remove the sight with an axe.
Ты чё, лево ебаешь? Чё, нихуя? Хуёвая хуйня.
In Russia, 21-year-old A.Y. Sulimova sentenced to 12 years in prison for treason in Chita. She was accused of taking videos and photographs of Russian military equipment passing through public spaces. Chita is over 3,100 miles, 5,000 kilometers from Ukraine. Mysterious Russian on the crashed helicopter of the Iranian president. On the afternoon of May 19th, contact was lost with the Bell 214 helicopter carrying Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, after long hours of a rescue operation in which even Russia unexpectedly volunteered to participate. The helicopter was found crashed near the village of Uzi, and all its passengers were killed. But in this story, not everything turned out to be as simple as at first glance. The fact is that on board the helicopter, in addition to representatives of Iran, there was another foreigner whom almost no one mentions. Citizen of the Russian Federation, a certain Khrushchev. Only some Iranian media reported about the 9th dead passenger of the presidential Bell 214, after which they completely forgot about him, as well as several foreign ones, in particular the Georgian online publication Business Media and the Indian Lokmat Times. In turn, not a single Russian media reported about Russians on board an Iranian helicopter stranded in the province of East Azerbaijan. It is noteworthy that after the disaster in Russia, there was a more significant recovery. The Iranian ambassador in Moscow told IRNA that Putin held a meeting with him late in the evening of May 19th, which was attended by Defense Minister Andrei Belousov, Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu, head of the Russian General Staff Valery Gerasimov, Presidential Advisor Igor Levitin, head of the Ministry of Emergency Situations Alexander Kurenkov, and one of high-ranking FSB officials whose name the ambassador did not mention. And this whole crowd was gathered only to express concern about the fate of Raisi and offer to help in the search. It is possible that a certain Khrushchev was directly related to Iran's nuclear program and accompanied President Raisi on this trip for a reason. And concealing his presence on board Bell 214 was extremely important for Russia, and the Russian military political leadership was primarily concerned with the fate of this person. Actually, who are you, Mr. Khrushchev? And for the end, how is it like to be a firefighter? Amazing camera view.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.